Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hypnocrow. My name is Melody. For those of you who don't know me, welcome. Thank you to each and every one of you guys, whether you are a returning subscriber or a new subscriber. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart and soul for showing me love and support on my journey. So for the month of October, we've been doing a Halloween themed monthly message, our daily message. I apologize for that. A daily message. So today is October 10th. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull the first element that wants to come through, because we're doing it by element: earth, air, fire, water. We're seeing who wants to come first for the message for today. Who are we giving the first message to? And that would be water. You are first today, water signs. Alrighty, so I'm not going to timestamp the first element. I will timestamp the next three though. So if I did not call your element first, go ahead and hit that timestamp to your message for today, October 10th. So water signs: Cancer, Pisces, and or Scorpio. Come on. You are the first contestants down here for your daily message for today, October 10th. So what do you want to talk to the element of water about today? The Mummy. So change is upon you, right? Change is upon you, water signs. And I like this because it's like, finally, right? Right, fellow water signs? We have been waiting patiently for our turn. At least I can speak for myself. And if you're following me, you're probably feeling the exact same way. All right, water signs. The sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen, not seen, as many of us see it. A finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life, and an often eternal life in a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the Mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing to the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, water signs, know that change is inevitable. And no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. This card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed, and you have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. All right, water signs. So I am curious. All right, so let's go water signs. Let's pull a Daily Tarot card from the Zombie Tarot deck. The Zombie Tarot deck. Okay. For the element of water, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, Knight of Wands, especially in reverse. So I feel like, again, you are on a pause, I feel, from moving forward, water signs, because you need to, and you see the zombie has a hand up. It's like he's telling you, whoa, stop here a minute, water signs, stop, right? Stop for a second and think about something. So I feel, water signs, you are in a bit of a pause at this moment. And the reason why is because you need to take a look at some patterns that you have developed so that you can recognize it, and take control of it to change this pattern. And the Knight of Wands is often, especially in reverse, somebody who looks within themselves and kind of understands why they perhaps were looking for happiness outside of themselves. And what I mean by that is somebody who's constantly going on adventure after adventure after adventure because they're always searching for something on that adventure. So I feel like that's what you're taking a break from. You're taking a break from that barrier that could have been holding you back by seeing the repeating patterns in your life so that you can change and make your life for the better, water sign. So there is an ending. There is something that is, it's like you have to take a different direction, but right now you're on a bit of a pause. And you're on this pause because you're in a process of a change, an ending, a closing, and you're in a process of this change and making this drastic change in your life. So there could be something coming back around to you as well. And it very well could be a person, somebody perhaps middle-aged, somebody who maybe you've crossed paths with in the past as well, water sign. So keep all of that information in mind when you feel these energies, and to only take what resonates with you. So you have Howlite. We have skunk energy coming through. So Howlite is good for what's a self-esteem, reputation, and respect. So that is what you're taking a look at, is your self-esteem, and how maybe perhaps there has been people who have not respected you, and you were like, stop, that's going to change. You are going to start respecting me. This is the change that I desire. And if you are not going to, then toodaloo, buckaroo. I'm not messing with players no more who come in, tell me everything that I want to hear, and then they move on to the next adventure. That's not going to happen. So the skunk, and that makes the whole situation, what does the skunk do? Spray. And when it sprays, what does it do? It stinks up the whole freaking situation, stinks up everything it sprayed, plus it expands like 100 miles, I swear. Alright, Spirit of Skunk, teach me to walk my talk, free from my ego, so that my reputation is honorable. Thank you. Aho. So that is what is changing for you, water signs, is you are changing you're changing a situation where you're freeing yourself from a situation where you are learning to be free and to be able to express yourself, right? From a good position, right? So beautiful energy. That is what's changing, and it's a change for the better. So again, you're taking that break. You're holding somebody back because you want something better. You've raised your self-esteem. You have it's like this person has already sprayed you once. You're not going to allow it to happen again, so to speak, is what I see here. So, and what a beautiful energy. There you go, water signs. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Alrighty, let's see who's next for this message. And we have the element of air. You are next for today's message. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. Air element with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. For today, October 10th, what message would you like to give to the element of air for today, October 10th? The owl. Wise seeing, wise action. Okay, beautiful air signs. So you have the owl coming through. So owls, they mostly come out at night, but they're very nocturnal animals, but they're very well with their sight in the nighttime as well. That's why they come out at night, because their sight, they can see things in the darkness. Okay. Silent, winged, and wise, all-seeing creature of the night. Show me the way, I will follow you in flight. Owls have for thousands of years been part of a folklore that have been considered a special or a sacred animal. With their huge forward-facing eyes and otherworldly appearance, they have been seen as both wise and as harbingers of the supernatural. There are many hundreds of species of owls, and almost all are nocturnal and carnivorous. Interestingly, they all have specially designed feathers that enable them to fly silently at night, giving them an incredible hunting advantage, sort of like having a stealth mode. Many deities were said to be able to change into owls, and perhaps the most famous of the Greek goddess Athena, who was famous for her strategy and intelligence. To this very day, the capital of Greece, Athens, has Athena's owl as its symbol. Should the hooting owl come looking for you this Halloween, it indicates the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally, and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. So, air signs for today, 10-10. You need to seek some more information before you make a very important decision in your life. Think before you act, and have a plan. Don't do it impulsively, because this is a very I feel like it's a very important decision, air signs. So let's go ahead and pull your tarot card for today, air signs. Today, October 10th, which is the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for today, October 10th. Queen of Hazards. Okay, so this is earth energy. Definitely earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through here in a reverse position. This is somebody who is very manipulative. They're very, very strategic. But in a reverse position, it's telling you that I feel like this person is in stealth mode. And I feel like you're able to see that because you have this supernatural ability, where you can, you can see things. So today, 10:10, you are being warned, air signs, to think before you act emotionally and to ensure that you have a plan. Do not react impulsively, because you need to make a very important decision and you need to gather up some more information before you do so. And I feel like air signs, it may have something to do with an earth sign, somebody who maybe flipped your world upside down, maybe somebody who was not so honest, somebody who is not very ungrounded, perhaps somebody who does have a habit of thinking illogically and emotionally and reacting to the situation. So be aware of that, right? Be aware of what you're seeing. This person could be trying to pull the wool over your eyes is what I'm seeing here. And I feel like before you make a decision, you better think twice is kind of what I'm feeling here. All right, air signs. So let's go ahead and pull. I keep moving this thing. Let's pull a crystal, air signs, for today. Okay, root tile, the third eye chakra. So look at the eyes, how big. So it's definitely seeing something psychically. Decisiveness, intuition, and stability. I am insightful. And that's exactly what the owl does. The owl is very insightful. So they're telling you to look, pay attention to your intuition. Don't overreact. Don't react. Take a step back. Look at the bigger picture before you make some sort of a decision in your life. All right, air signs. And trust your intuition. Trust what, like I feel like you need to learn to read between the lines is what I feel. All right, air signs. So there you go. That's your message for today, October 10th. Thank you for watching. All right, everybody, let's see who is next on the list for the messages here. There is incense ashes in here, so if I come out with 30 fingers, that's why. We have the element of earth. You are next, earth signs. All right, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For today, October 10th, what would you like to talk to the element of earth about? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For today, October 10th. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Spider, community and web weaving. So you got the spider coming through here. This is definitely somebody standing in their feminine energy. Somebody definitely creating. I feel like you're creating something big, something that's going to be widespread. There you go, earth sign. So let's go ahead and talk about that spider. I got the willies because I got bit by one. Alrighty. It says, she spins her silk alone in the dark with hope of collection, sticky with dreams, weaving the world a wide web of connection. Masses of sticky spider webs make any Halloween decoration complete. The idea of a haunted house covered in the artwork of a big, hairy spider is classic horror. Even those of us who appreciate our eight-legged friends still hurriedly brush off those stealthy webs if we run into them in the dark. Although most spiders are not venomous, humans have an innate fear of them. Perhaps it's the fangs or the poison. Perhaps it's all those legs and the way they move. Perhaps it's where they live, often in the dark, hidden places, or the way of our Western pop culture has demonize them by making them giant, fierce, and mean-eating. Some cultures, though, revere the spider is very positive. Revere the spider in a very positive way. In many Native American traditions, for example, the spider is the creature that gives birth to all other animals and sustains the web of life. The goddess spider grandmother, and there is also a spider woman, is a key deity that brings wisdom, safety, and communication to all the tribes. She created and wove all the stars in the sky and makes soft webs for those that are troubled to rest upon and be supported by. Spiders' webs can be seen as a symbol of connection, not necessarily entrapment. There is a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at the discernment. It also suggests you review the way you communicate with the wider community, at work or generally with others, and take steps to improve this and do it slightly differently. It also indicates there needs to be a balance between you, what you do for yourself, and what you do for others. We often give too much to the outside. Inner strength diminishes, and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. Alrighty, so that's a little bit about the spider for the element of earth. Sorry, my cat decided to come up and join us because he is probably after something to play with. This is Loki. Well, it's Loki's butt. Alrighty, so let's go earth signs. We might as well shuffle cards on him. I feel like Loki here, my kitten is laying here on the table as like a four-legged spider detector. Let me tell you. Alrighty, so earth signs. What is your tarot card for today? October 10th. Okay, we have two cards coming through. Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. And they're both in reverse. So, I feel like this has a lot to do with communication. I feel like this has a lot to do with family members too, with a ton of hazards in reverse. So, the spider talks to us about the review the way you communicate with your family. Review the way that you do communicate with your family, with others, and then take the steps to improve it, right? It's about, is this situation controlling you? It asks you to look at the discernment. It also suggests that you review, and that's exactly what you're doing, reviewing something. And I feel like it has a lot of fear. So spider webs can be seen as a symbol of connection. And I feel like that's what you are being asked to do today. Our signs is to review how you connect with other people, connect with your family, connect with your friends, and the communication that happens between you two. And how everything is connected is something else that I feel perhaps people in your life have came and gone, right? Are signs. And you're like, well, why does this always happen? And it's because it's all part of the grand design, is what they're telling you. Our signs, people come in to teach you things. People come in to bless you. Sometimes they say, sometimes they go. It all depends. And I feel like that's what them two cards are telling you. The one who perhaps, with the Knight of Swords, somebody who perhaps could be leaving your life, because I kind of feel like that's what's happening. Somebody has left. There was a grander scheme to that, is what I feel. So earth signs, a crystal for the element of earth for today. 10, 10. So your card is a spirit quartz, crown and heart chakras. Yes, exactly. Spiritual connection, harmony, and unity. And that's what the spider is about, the connection. So it's about connecting with other people. It could be about connecting with other people across the internet, and feeling in harmony, feeling at peace. This could also be spirit quartz connecting with your angels as well. I am radiant. Yes, beautiful card there, Earth signs. So nice message for you for today. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, so we have who is left but the element of fire for today. So let's go ahead and pull fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for today, October 10th. For Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for today, October 10th. Okay, for fire signs, a skull of flowers creating through the ashes. Beautiful energy. So fire signs for today, October 10th. The skull of flowers. So let's go back here. Okay. Fire signs, to blossom and bloom, the work must be done. Through fire and ashes, our fortune it comes. And we're talking about the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Before flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that come from a smaller form, like a seed or a bulb. The seed needs prepared, nourished soil to grow and its potential, to grow to its potential. Some plants and trees only seed after fire or a period of extreme adversity, like a drought or a flood. Sometimes we wish for a little life different from the one we have, and we can mean radical change. Sometimes we have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be uncomfortable. We may lose our relationship, or they may change. We might lose a job, have to move house, or become ill. All big events that lead to a reassessment of the house of our lives. The skull of flowers illustrates that there is sureness and yet a rawness in creating again, a starting fresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from, so we can build what we really want, rather than just settling for less. The skull of flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. Okay, so thank you, Loki, for knocking everything over. I so appreciate it. He is fuming. All right, fire sign. So let's go ahead and pull your tarot card for the element of fire for today, October 10th. Today, October 10th, for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Five of Hazards. All right. So look, see here, you see somebody that up here at the top of the card, sifting through the garbage can, sifting through the garbage of their lives, right? Sifting through the garbage of our lives, the ashes of the things that have crashed and burned, right? The ashes, the garbage in our life. And through the wounds, with the Five of Hazards in reverse, through the wounds of feeling abandoned, left alone, not wanted, picked last, fire signs. What Spirit is telling you is that all that had to happen for you to create, right? Look at the yellow in the middle of the forehead here. That's the third eye, right? Have the energy, right, to create from the garbage that you have sifted through, the ashes and the trash and the garbage of your life. Creating through them wounds is what you are doing. And that's what Spirit wants to talk to you about, is how you are now blossoming, you are now blooming, you are now creating from a more positive space. Why? Because you sifted through the wounds of the garbage in your life. Like I said, I feel abandoned, hanging on to perhaps inner child wounds, always feeling like you're getting the cold shoulder. You perhaps have had this ever since you were a child, fire sign. So that is what I see with the daily messages. Is exactly what you are doing. Is you're creating a new beginning through all the challenges, all the garbage that has happened to you, and you are sifting through the ashes of what is remaining in your life, and you are rising up out of it, and you are creating something beautiful, something that is the sun is going to shine down upon it, something that is going to be very successful. Okay, so sifting through the ashes of the remains of feeling left behind, feeling like maybe you missed some sort of an opportunity in life, feeling like you have to dig for everything that you have. I feel a lot of you, it could have been secondhand stuff, but that's basically what it is, though. So you see the female there, she's digging through the garbage. She knocked over the garbage can. So she's sifting through the garbage of her life, and through that process, she is gaining enlightenment. She is no longer, on the ground. Like, she's gained enlightenment, and that is how you are creating now, is through the enlightenment of that pain that you've experienced. All right, so there you go, fire signs. Let's pull a crystal for your energy today for 1010. Green apophyllite for the heart chakra. Equality, release, and clarity. Yeah, again, the clarity, right? The clarity of it's the clarity of what has not killed you, has only made you stronger. Therefore, you're able to release them wounds that you've been carrying within your heart space and within your sacral chakra, that you to bring yourself into that state of balance, because all of that trash, all of that pain, all of them, everything is going through that purification process where you're rising up out of that and coming into a state of balance within your heart space, where you're able to speak in an equal and giving space, because you've gained the enlightenment there, fire sign. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed October 10th, everybody.